So I'm making a fun little video today because my aunt actually gave me a film camera for free, like a little 35mm. So I'm about to go get my pictures that I got developed, and sadly one of the rolls of films actually didn't develop, so I guess something was wrong with the shots, which is sad. The camera did pop open a couple of times, so I'm assuming that's why. But yeah, I guess we'll see. And I already got the digitals back, but yes, I'll sit down and go over those with you guys later today. Prints. Guys, we did it. And also I found a Vanessa. Okay, this camera shop is epic, but it's massive, full of new and used stuff. But yes, I have my prints, and you guys are not ready for these because I'm not even ready for them. Hello. So I went to BC a few weeks ago with my mom, and randomly I was mentioning to my aunt that I have been looking around for like a film camera for quite some time now, and she goes, hey, well I have one that I haven't used in 20 odd years, so here, and she just gave it to me for free with all the lenses. So here's the camera, and so right now we have a Pentax, and I love it, and it's wonderful, and it's everything I could have dreamed. But oh, also figured I could have a glass of wine with this because everyone that knows me knows that that was necessary. So one of the big reasons why I wanted to start shooting on film is because I find that for me my biggest challenge when I'm doing photography or going out and doing weddings or anything like that is having too much content. So for me, I think the most unmotivating thing about photography has been organizing all of my shots because I take way too many pictures. So I figured that by having a film camera it would limit the amount of shots I can take, which makes me think further about how I want to shoot and what I want to shoot. And overall, it just kind of makes you a better filmmaker because it makes you think about what is the important scenes that you need, what is the important shots that you need, and that's wonderful. So that is generally why I started shooting film. So my second roll of film was with my cousins, actually in Vancouver. So we got some cool little film shots from that. This being one of my favorites. I was so happy with this one, how it turned out. So this is little Nevaeh, who is my cousin's kid, and this is her shooting with my Sony A7r Mark II. I just handed her the camera and took a picture of her at the same time. Here's the shot, digital, and also actually at the same time she took a pretty decent photo of me, so here's that. She's 5 years old, gotta start them young. This one I actually really like because the light comes in and you can kind of see like a rainbow glare in it if you look at that. So also in this roll, I forgot to mention, we have a couple shots from when my mom and I went to Comox, which is actually where my mom used to live, so it was really nostalgic for her to be going there. So here's little deer. I was really happy to get a photo of a deer. Sunflowers, I have this in film, and also I have it in digital. A few nice ones in digital. This one is nice because there's a little bird on it. Yeah. And so funny story, I actually got both rolls developed at the same time, or what I thought was both rolls developed. And when I went to go pick up these Vancouver shots, I was told that my Tofino roll didn't work. It just failed. So they refunded me, and I was disappointed because I had some really good shots on there. So when I went into the camera shop to give my rolls of film, I had two rolls, and the one roll was kind of sticking out, and usually that means like the film hasn't been used yet, but in my head for some reason I had thought that I just didn't fully rewind it. So I thought that it was a used roll. So when I gave it to the worker at Downtown Camera, he had asked me if it was a used roll. He's like, are you sure you used this? And I said, yes, I just didn't fully rewind it. And then it came back empty. And then a week later, I realized that I actually gave them an empty roll of film to get developed. So good job, pat on the back. So I brought it into the shop, and I just got it back today, and here's some content of that. But these ones are really exciting, and like I said, like I had opened the roll of film a couple of times, so there's some light leaks. However, the light leaks are so subtle that they look very nice, in my opinion. If you guys think otherwise, comment below. Constructive criticism, please. Can't forget about the wine. So, this one I got a lot of positive feedback on, and it's really great. Yeah. A picture of my mom, actually, which I really like because in the lens there's a nice reflection of the beach. So this one's funny actually because there was this girl and her dog, and I just kept pointing my camera at them because I really liked their aesthetic. And so finally I got the shot, and it's nice. I like the reflection of her in the waves. Here's one that I really like. I just really like the mood of this one. Yeah, it's my mom. I like that my mom is the only person in the shot, and then you kind of have like a nice you kind of have some nice like orange tones in it, and yeah, I like this one a lot. This shot, I randomly saw birds flying, whipped up my camera and shot. So it's a little blurry, but you have some nice like movement in it, and it's awesome, and the reflections of the bird on the water is really nice, so I like that. Oh yes, okay, so probably my favorite shot from this roll is this one here, and this is the one I was most excited to see, just because my mom, she had to go to the bathroom, so we pulled into some random place in Tofino by the water, and this guy was just sitting like this, had his feet out the window, had his smoke in his hand, and then when I took my camera out to take the shot, he peeked his head out, and I snapped it. And he goes, "Taking photos? Yeah, I hope that's okay." And he's like, "Yeah, it's fine." I was like, "It's film, I just really like your aesthetic." So that's the story, but I just really like it, and I'm glad it turned out well. And also in this one, I was kind of worried to lose it because the camera popped open after I took it, like a little bit after, so I think a couple photos after it are destroyed. But this one is nice because it has slight light leaks in it, but it's gorgeous, and it looks like, my mom said, it looks like I did it on purpose. This one I liked because I feel like this one kind of just told a story. So my mom was like, "Why are you taking a picture of traffic?" But realistically, it was the traffic of us sitting there in this line on this cliffside for about an hour because there was construction going on. But yeah, there's me in the mirror, and it just kind of tells a story in itself, so I like it. And yeah, so that's my film. That's my first experience with film. I'm very excited to get to know how it works. I want to start getting into some double exposure. So if you guys are photographers looking into getting film cameras, I definitely recommend it. If you're in Toronto, I definitely recommend getting it all developed at Downtown Camera. They're wonderful, amazing customer service. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my video. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I'm trying to get back into the habit of getting my shit together, and yeah, and stay inspired.